Okay, we're back with another video. So, the funny thing is that recently I've been reading on a lot of successful people, especially the ones that interest me are Nietzsche, Picasso, Munger, and in those lanes, and the new ones as well, like Hormozy and all those other guys. Because the funny thing is that all these people are literally the same as actual mini people that I know in my life that are quite successful as well. They're not billionaires, they're not like um, cubism kind of pioneers, but they actually share the same patterns. And the funny thing about everything involved in this kind of lane is that instead of being like a scattered brain about things here and there, all these people share specific things and traits that is quite noteworthy for me that stand out. Most of them are highly overcompensating about something. That's the first one. For instance, Nietzsche is the man who said literally, God is dead and there is no meaning, so you are the meaning, whatever. And if you think, okay, he is a very macho person, but when you actually read his life, my guy was a mouse rather than Ubermensch or superhuman. What stands out for me is that my guy was in love with a girl that his friend also was in love with, and through his friend, Nietzsche um, professed his love to her for 4 times, and not once my guy literally spoke to her to say, hey, yeah, God is dead and everything is dead, but we are alive. Let's go grab a drink. That's interesting. And the other thing would be Munger, that Charlie Munger died with like 2.6 trillion dollars of net worth at 99, I guess, of age. And the funny thing is, all that money couldn't buy him the, let's say, the hospital package that his son needed when he was piss poor. And so subconsciously, he just gathered a lot of wealth to overcompensate for the time he needed that actual wealth. That I actually was inspired to write about it in one of my ongoing stories. Or the other thing is, even my mentor figure that I'm in contact with my writing, I'm not gonna reveal his name because yeah, if I reveal his name, it's gonna be like a lot of headache for me and him. But not that someone's gonna watch the video, give a shit or something, but it just blurred lines are best in this case. So I was talking to him the other day, and he told me, hey, just keep writing, keep improving, keep writing. And I was like, okay, why are you insisting on me writing? Like, writing is not what I do, is who I am, is my identity. Even if I don't want to write, I'm gonna write about not writing. That's who I am. And he said, yeah, I get it. I'm a writer as well, but the funny thing about the whole situation was that because in my age he was constantly trying to kill himself and he was suicidal as fuck, he was worried that because there is this kind of writer lane of suicide all over the place every time, he was worried that I would go there as well and stuff like that, specifically with the recent and current challenges in my life, that quitting would be easier way, and he would say that. And my first thought would be, okay, this guy is not actually a writer, because if you are a writer, writing is the way you see the world. And if you are alive and writing is your eyes, you're not going to close your eyes and see the world. So that's one of the mental notes I had, that, okay, although this guy is 2-time New York bestseller, he is not a writer. And the other thing would be, even this guy mentoring me is overcompensating over his own age, that when he was my age, all he was thinking about was to die rather than actually be productive or whatever. So he wants to save his writer self at lower age that I am now through me. So he's trying to save himself in the age that he couldn't be a writer through me, which is fascinating. And other things, other people I studied, like there were people who were obsessed with this idea that why people do things the way what they do. One of them would be this this psychologist that would hear Hitler's ideologies through radio, and he was this immigrant Jew in the United States, and he would wonder why would people burn other people. So although he studied at first he didn't study psychology, his life was drawn to that path, and he made this declaration and did this examination of things that, yeah, because there is authority and authoritative figure, even normal people could do things that is beyond their perception of identity because of the authoritative figure. And this is mentioned in Cialdini's Influence book. Cialdini himself led a very odd life as well, that he wanted to always outsmart people, even in the cases that would cost him more to prove to other people that he was smarter than them. But even that goes back to his own personal life of overcompensating for things. And thinking of all of these intellectual people, successful people, and everything, I noticed that everyone is overcompensating with something. Even like the funny thing about Picasso would be that he was like 25 or 26, broke as shit, and he would steal bread to actually eat, and would burn his paint to warm himself so much, like Dostoevsky would do. It's that even then, one of the other kind of traits of the patterns emerging, other than like overcompensation, the other pattern is that the unwavering belief that even for me, it's been odd that since I was like 5 years old, 8 years old, I would have this idea that all the basic problems for me would be redundant for me at a certain age, or how I would live my life. And even when I turned 15, my vision of the life I wanted to live has never changed. It has evolved, but the core ideas are there. And the other thing would be that the belief in yourself is never wavering. Even I noticed in Ford's biography that my man didn't even have the roads ready for his machine, for his industrialized kind of ideology, but he acted as if everything was right, everything was ready. Or the same with Picasso. He literally went broke as shit around Barcelona, telling every single fucker that he was a genius. And in repeating that, he actually became one. And the funny thing is that I always wondered, okay, I know this guy who is kind of controversial as well, but he is kind of the same way as well. His overcompensation would be in dating, because up to age 26 he was a virgin, and he would be called a nerd, all of these names. And he started out of like a defense mechanism of your brain that one of the psychologists called cognitive dissonance, that instead of actually believing what other people say, you double down on the opposite side to close the gap between your inner belief that you are a playboy, you are a whatever, and the external reality that, yeah, you are a virgin. And the funny thing about him is, with that kind of continued belief, he stumbled upon, he was an engineering student. Then he became a DJ. He had a couple of tattoos, and through that lost his virginity. And because the hole in his kind of essence would be so kind of deep, not a single girl would feel that. And he just started treating dating as a job. He would go on dates like 2 or 3 times a day, and he would just have this empire of buddies and body counts that, at least like the time I was talking to him on his 40th birthday, he told me he had slept with 3,103 different women. And the funny thing about the whole journey, let's call it, is that he even chuckled. He said, "Oh, add another one. I'm going on a date today as well." And the other kind of inner belief that is emerging pattern in every single great, let's call, successful person I've seen, is that he literally goes, of course he has experience now, but he literally approaches everyone having already fucked her in his mind. And that belief translates into his personality, the way he talks, the way he handles himself, and pursues anyone. So that's the second one. But the third one, which is fantastic, and that doesn't dazzle the ego, but it's very important, and everyone and their mama be shouting about it. It's very underrated thing, because it's just accumulation. Picasso had 50,000 pieces of art in 70 years. My guy didn't just believe he was a genius, he forced his genius on the world. And this guy, he would go and call it Jijutsu John. His name is John. He would go on dates on a schedule. His calendar would be, okay, Lena here, Lana there, Anna here, you know. And he would literally rush on dates because he would know that number is what breeds success. And even in my own case, no one noticed my writing. No bestsellers was kind of praising me. But now that I'm sitting at like 17,000 pieces written so far in my life, every time I touch the paper, I touch the page, even if I'm forcing it to be like bullshit, it's just instinct now. And everything flows effortlessly. So yeah, that's the 3 indicators of success for this video, and just pushing the numbers up until the next one. Peace.